Good evening everybody, and welcome back to FTRL Friday night, and we've got the GT1s tonight. We're back to the Manufacturers Championship. Let's hope Virgin Media can stay alive tonight long enough so we can finish a race. That'd be great. If you boys can help me out in the live chat tonight, that'd be great, because I'm on my own. So if you've got any questions or anything you want to say, fire away. Could be a slight change around from this season, I think, obviously with people in different cars. See that Ross and Switchback have managed to pick up the Jag, which is a nice fast car on the straights. See who can put a time in first. Let's see who can go to the front. We've got Donzo out first, followed by his teammate SBY. Both of those coming up from GT2, with the latter being the champion. Both tying on points last season, but on a count back, SBY had more race wins, but they were very competitive. Let's see how they can do this season with the big boys in GT1. This is a lovely track to drive. Lago Maggiore. It's not a true track, which is unfortunate, because if it was, I think we'd all be going there to watch some motorsport. I believe it's in Italy, the idea, up in the mountains. So Donzo's just starting his first lap. And this season they've picked the Corvettes. I'll have a quick flick through and go through and see who's got what car. So we've got Donzo and SBY, they're in the Corvettes. We've got T. Smith and his teammate this season is Pagani, so we've got multiple champions teaming up together. And they're in the BMWs. And then we've got Positive Ross and Switchback are both in the Jaguars, as mentioned earlier. And then we've got Aaron and City Posh have teamed up together, and they're in the Mitsubishis. And then in the Audis we've got Unsafe Release and Lennon. Unsafe Release came up 2 seasons ago from GT2 after winning the championship, where he beat SBY by, I think it was just 2 points. And then we've got Dark Bolt and Ron Elson, and they're in the Subarus. Lovely liveries they've done on those cars. And then we've got Lee Cole and Blue Flag running the VWs. We've got a 2027 by Donzo, beaten by T. Smith, Lennon and also Positive Ross. Unsafe's up there, Dark Bolt as well. Very close times, we're down into the 20174s. Dark Bolt that was running the Subaru last season must have liked the car that much, he's decided to go for it again. Love you too, Peteman. Good fun last night. Unfortunately cut short because Mr. Branson can't pay up his bills and keep the old connection done. But not to worry, we got plenty of time to do some racing together. Now in the GT2 cars, we all got given the same choices, GT1, GT2, but obviously some people have picked different cars, so there's a variation between the two, but there are some cars that cross over from each division. So in GT1 you won't see any Alfa Romeos. Safe goes to the top, the 2015. Just waiting for blue flag to come over the line, see how he does. He hasn't made any headway into his time there. Last season's champion, Pagani. Seeing if he can do it again this season, but he's got tough competition. I mean, his teammate is a 4 times champion. As we watch Switchback go slightly wide there. SPY a lot further down than I expected him to be. Top 10 within 1 second. That's how close it is. But trying to find that second is quite hard around this track. We've got 2 races tonight. 15-minute sprint where there's no tyre wear or no fuel wear. And that's in the Group 4 cars. And then after that, small break, and we will be going to the GT3s. And in that we will be looking at tyre wear and fuel wear. Fuel will be set at ×4 and tyres are set at ×10. But this season we don't have any super soft tyres as we've had in previous seasons. We've only got softs, mediums and hards. All 3 compounds must be used throughout the race at some point, of a minimum of 1 lap. So that's going to be a strategy where you have to look after your tyres and look after your fuel. Bolt back to the top again. Very fast time, 2:01.148. Blue flag had a nice bit of slipstream there, but didn't manage to get anywhere. That's the end of our qualifying. So we've got dark bolt, unsafe release, linen, followed by blue flag. Now we know the Subarus are quite quick off the line. We need to see what they're like compared to the cars that are around them. Fifth place is T. Smith, positive Ross, Pagani, and then Ron Empson. Lennon's doing his best, he wants to be last in turn 3. So there we are, Subaru straight to the front from pole. Let's just make sure everybody got round. Everybody got round, they're all facing in the right direction, that's a bonus. Smith up into second place in the BMW. Oh, we've got a bit of tapping to and fro between the switchback at the back there and the Jaguar. Those Jaguars are very fast in a straight line. Not too sure about the cornering. If you get in the slipstream, they can actually pull away from you, which we found out last night. Cheers, Mikey. Good to see you in here. So we've got Dartbolt, Smith, an unsafe release, followed by Pagani, with a bit of a gap there for Pagani. He's down 1.3 seconds already, with blue flag on his tail, and pushing. We've got Lennon cutting the grass. Positive Ross still up there in 7th place. Good to see he hasn't been tapped out early. Behind him SBY. Probably this week's just to get used to racing with these lads in GT1 again. Originally in GT1 some 4 seasons ago. Got a challenge for the lead, and it's unsafe up into the lead with T. Smith following him. So unsafe's taken two drivers there on turn 1, turn 2. Dartbolt's dropped back down again just in behind Smith. Now blue flag has taken Pagani, and is he going to try and pull away and hunt down Dartbolt in front of him? A couple of little clusters of cars there. So behind blue flag we've got Pagani followed by Lennon. Positive Ross, who I'm going to call Ross from now on because I'm getting fed up saying that. And then we've got Rob. Little bit of a gap there, and then we've got SBY, and then a further gap back to City Posh. Lee Cole just coming up from the rear, so he's just managed to make a couple of places. Switch back, and oh, Donzo's dropped to the back. Didn't see that, don't know what happened there. It wasn't that far back from the start. She's had a little wide somewhere, but I'm sure he'll be pushing hard to get back on terms with these lads. And then we've got Aaron at the rear in the Mitsubishi. Unsafe just managed to pull out just over half a second there, 3/4 of a second nearly. We do know that these Audis are very, very quick, particularly when there is no wear or tear on tyres or fuel. Good evening, Ravers, how are you? Don't forget, guys, if you're in the chat, can you just give us a quick click on the old thumbs up? Does help the channel out considerably. Get more people watching, get more people involved. Fill these grids up. So blue flag has made it to the back of Dartbolt. I totally agree with you, Peteman. They are rapid. I think they should have a weight penalty on them straight away, particularly for next week. I don't know what you think. So Unsafe's just made himself a little gap there, freed himself up, and then we've got a small cluster of 4 here with Lennon, his teammate, coming onto the back here of blue flag. Dartbolt's challenging for T. Smith, he wants that spot. And also blue flag is up the inside as well, and it's 3 abreast. Who's got the balls for the brakes? and it looks like it is blue flag. T. Smith was trying to hold on there and he couldn't do it. Dartbolt's going to go around the outside, Lender's going to poke it up the inside, and T. Smith drops back 4 places. 3 places, I apologise. From all of that, blue flag gets to the lead of that group. In the meantime, 1.7 seconds in front, 1.8, and building his unsafe release, and he's off. A couple of lines there for that last corner, and Dartbolt's using the wide one for the Subaru. Up the inside of him is Lennon, and Lennon's just managed to squeeze in front of Dartbolt. So Lennon will be now looking at blue flag. Blue flag's got a 0.4, 0.5 penalty that he's trying to get rid of. Very difficult to get rid of in a sprint race round here. Several people got pipped to the finish line last night, me included, trying to lose points. And T. Smith with a big old drift coming out of turn 3. Aaron's managed to catch up onto the back of that little cluster back there. Now Pagani's getting hounded by Rom. Pagani takes the wide line, Rom takes the tight line. Pagani's got the inside for the next corner. Rom's going to go around the outside. Is he going to hold it? Rom's got the inside. Pagani's let him go. Good driving, nice and clean, good hard work. Pagani's picked up a half-second penalty there, as well as T. Smith as well. They must be cutting there slightly too tight on those corners. Easy to do. Pagani's making a fight back. He wants that one back. He's not letting Rom have it. 2 beautiful looking cars there, lovely designs. And Pagani takes his place back again. The 1.2 seconds off the back of T. Smith. Wonder if they can do anything with that. Positive Ross has got SBY behind him, and also Lee Cole. Lee Cole's able to look up the inside of SBY. Not a normal overtaking spot there. He's just retracted that and given it back to SBY. Another one with a penalty there. Lots of penalties flying around tonight. They'll be able to bleed those penalties off. Favourite livery? Apart from mine, yeah. See, I do really have a bugbear for designing cars that look like cars that have already been done. In other words, real life cars. I think it's a good way to learn how to do it, but I do find that if you can come up with your own imagination and design something, I find that more pleasing to the eye, I would say. For instance, the VWs are based on a rallycross car driven by Peter Solberg. I'm going to throw that comment out the window for tonight, and I'm going to say my favourite probably is the Subarus, I think, for tonight. If anything changes for different designs next week, but I think that's a nice clean livery, a true race look. I don't remember seeing anything that looks like that in real life, so yeah, I'm going to give it to the Subarus tonight. He's got a penalty there that he's got to get rid of. He's also got a Subaru just tapping him at the rear end. That's Rom. Rom wants that spot back again. These two are having a race-long battle. So we've got 5 minutes remaining. Everybody looks like they've been well behaved. It's been a good race so far. That Jaguar does not like corners. I think that's the downfall of the Jaguar. You can see that understeering through that last corner. SPY still with his penalty, and Switchback's just picked up a penalty. Up in 10th, but he looks like he's having a good fight this season. He struggled last season with the BMW. I didn't think it was going to be on his list at all for cars to have this season. I'd be very surprised if it was. He's gone with the Jag, which I believe was everybody's favourite. Yeah, I do like the Corvettes. I think that's a nice job that the lads have done on the Corvettes. It's got a very 1980s look about it, I would say, like young boys' wallpaper. You know what I mean? Don't mean to be rude at all. I'm sure SPY won't mind me saying so. That's when all the stripes were in. Mind you, most of you don't remember the bloody 80s, do you? You're all too young. Just me being old. Let's have a pop back and see how we're doing. Donzo, he's 12th. Aaron's managed to make it past his teammate, who has now managed to make it back past him again. So these two Mitsubishis quite a way back from where we saw Mitsubishis last night. Unsafe is just pulling away with it. Hopefully the back. Just under 2 to go. Let's go find some racing. So we've got Lennon, he's now on the back of blue flag, and he'll be wanting to get past. He'll want to make it a 1-2, and also he'll want to be getting Bolt off his rear. Blue flag, don't know if that's another penalty that he's just received. It is. No, it's not. He's just not got rid of it. That's the problem. Like I said, very difficult to get rid of those penalties. T. Smith's got a half-second penalty there he's got to get rid of, but behind him is also Pagani, who started to get rid of his SPY. This could make a big difference when we get to that finish line. Should be doing about 7 or 8 laps, I believe it is. 8 laps. Lennon's lost his spot back to Dark Bolts. Dark Bolts made a sneaky up the inside of him there. Darbolt going for the cutback, see if he can get up the hill. That's braking late, going out past the apex and then coming back, getting on the accelerator far quicker than anybody else. I do believe we might have Grandad Bob in here tonight. If Grandad Bob's in, can you just give me a hello on the old chat, please, mate? Let me know when you're in. So we've got side-by-side blue flag and Lennon. Bolt's got a choice of slipstreams. He can have whichever one he wants. They are nose to tail. This is either going to be great racing or tears. It's great racing. That's what we like to see. Everybody respecting everybody. Lennon's managed to get up the inside of blue flag. Dartbolt's up the inside, but he's on the outside for the next turn. Blue flag's not letting that go. He's managed to squeeze back in front again, and now he's got the inside for the next turn. Turn 3, and in the process, T. Smith has managed to catch up. It's now a 4-car battle. Not far off the back is Pagani, followed by Rom. Here we go, 2 abreast. Lennon manages to keep it round the outside. T. Smith up the inside of Dartbolt. Dartbolt will have the inside, but he's going to be dropping in behind, I think. T. Smith's got him, yes, that's it. So Dartbolt's managed to drop back again down to 5th place. In the meantime, blue flag's fighting back. He doesn't want Lennon to get away. He's going to try and keep on the back of him. A little bit of a gap now then between him and T. Smith. and then trying to pop it up the inside. Blue flag trying to get rid of that penalty. Smith taking the chance. Oh, and they've come together and it's knocked blue flag out. Blue flag down to 7th, 8th. That was so unlucky. That was so unlucky. Two cars wanting the same bit of track. Go back to the front. T. Smith is trying to get it up the inside of Bolt. In the meantime, Unsafe has taken the win, followed by Leonard. So there's an Audi 1-2, followed by a Subaru by Dark Bolt, T. Smith, and then another Subaru of Rom with a positive Ross and Pagani. Pagani just pipped him there, literally just pipped him. Oh, that was very close. They're coming in very close, and then we've got City Posh in the rear, just coming over the line. Well, that was very eventful at the end. So there we are, our winner for race 1, season 11, week 1, is Unsafe. So all down to the last lap. Blue flag managed to drop down some 6 places, all on that last lap. If they're in the chat together, I dare say they'll be having a little bit of a conflab about that. I think it was a bit unfortunate, just a slight tap, and then I think T. Smith was a little sideways, but we'll leave that to complaint that gets put in for that. Get you people in chat that you know they're going to be driving for race 2. Any predictions that you have at all, because this will be the first Group 3 car that we can possibly, touch wood, see the end of and have a result, as last night's race was disconnected due to a lot of people running Virgin internet, and it packed up some 16 laps into the race, which was about 25 laps it was going to be. So we didn't actually get a true finish, which was a shame, because it was a great race, and from watching the replay, which I did this morning, it looked thoroughly entertaining. Last night we had the Audis in the Group 3, and they were going well, along with the Lambos and also the Alfa Romeos. So we haven't got Lambos in here and we haven't got Alfa Romeos. So at the moment, who's going to be up there? We didn't have any Beetles in last night, but we've got Beetles in this one, which is the VWs, which will be Lee Cole and Blue Flag. And we know they are a fast car. A little bit small on the fuel tank, but not too bad. Congratulations, Bolt, on your podium there, mate. I think you're right there, Peteman. Yep, I think you're definitely right. It could be anybody's. Like I say, different cars. We've got this this championship for the Group 1s. Sorry, the GT 1s. So let's see what's going to happen at the end. Perhaps we can predict possibly who would have won last night and then share the points out evenly over based on that. What do you reckon? I'm not going into that. I don't want to upset anybody. So we've got 6 minutes before we start. That gives everybody a chance to crack open another beer and have a Jimmy Riddle and do what they need to do. While we're in the break, I don't know if Bob's actually in now, Grandad Bob, but he might be watching the replay if he's not watching the race tonight. So I'm just going to let everybody know and let Bob know. Happy birthday for tomorrow, Bob. Hope you have a lovely day. This is Grandad Bob, which is Aaron's granddad. He's a lovely fella. I know him very well. And from everybody at FTRL, we wish you a happy birthday, good health, and look after yourself. Enjoy your day when you get there tomorrow. And if you've got any brandy left that you stole off of me, have one on me, mate, alright? And when all this crap's cleared up with this world and we've stopped on to kill each other and lock each other up and all that shit, perhaps we can get together and have a proper drink together, mate. Right. I've got some different liveries. Right, okay. Yes, I do like. Oh, SBY just testing out the swing of the car. And we've got a drifting switchback. I want to see Switchback do well this season. I want to see him pick it up a little bit. He's more towards the back in that last race. Group 3 cars are a different car to drive altogether, to be honest with you. I always get on better with the faster Group 3. Yeah, I do find that they, for my style of driving, they handle better for me. But that Jaguar still looks like it's understeering. That looked like lag. We don't like that. It might be where he just went into the pits. So we've got a selection of hards and mediums going on here. Let's see who's out on track and what they're on. Let's start at the top. SBY starting on the hards. Good evening, Brett. How are you, mate? Some good driving last night, mate. So we've got hards for SBY, hards for Lee Cole at the moment, although they could pop in and really change those. Lennon's on the hards, and then we've got some softs here by City Posh. See, that car looks better already. As soon as you put those arches on it, it just looks so much better. Let's hope he hasn't fallen asleep. And let's just hope that that can just pick up a little bit in the pace for both him and Aaron tonight in this race. Good evening, Fever. Congratulations on your race win last night. Donzo's going to go for the race and softs. Pagani, he's gone for the hards. T. Smith is on the mediums and on the corner of the hairpin. And then we've got Ross, who's on hards. Unsafe hards, switchback hards, and Bolt is on the hards, and then last of all we've got Aaron, who at the moment is on the softs. Don't know why, but I think Aaron and Ross's car look sorry, not Ross, Aaron and City Posh. Their cars do look very much like Japanese drift cars to me, the design. Not trying to upset anybody. Yes, Phoebe, you're right. I watched that Audi this morning on the replay that I watched. And it likes to wiggle its arse, as does City Posh at the moment as he slides across the grass on the big hairpin. And those tyres are warmed up and worn out. SBY doing a little practice start. That's it, I think he found the one he liked. I wouldn't be doing it facing downhill though. Do you want just a glass, Bob, or do you want the whole bottle? Thank you, Brett. Appreciate it. If you didn't hear, Bob, happy birthday, mate. I hope you're well. Hope you have a good day tomorrow on your actual birthday. I don't know how much you actually heard, but that's from all of us at FTRL, and especially from Aaron, who sends his love to you. I'm on my own tonight, Bob, so don't give me no grief, alright mate? I completely agree with you, Phoebe. Yes, the last 20 minutes of yesterday's race would have been nail-biting. I think, yes, definitely 4 or 5 drivers up for the win. Ruby Martin, all right then, mate. Kevin Bob. Say hello to your lovely wife, please, mate. The lovely Fanny Lynn. Rightio, here we go. Nice crash helmet there by City Posh. Do like that. Head down, eyes up. So it's an awful camera angle, absolutely awful. And now for some reason it flicks onto somewhere else. So we've got City Posh around the outside, sideways. Donzo's in third, Aaron's in second, Switchback is in fourth. Aaron's drifted that car around there. We've got a little bit of not sure who that was there. I think that was T. Smith that was out wide on the grass. Lendon's been bumped off. Oh, we've got a snake in. Find out who it was. It was Rom in the Subaru, who was whipping all over the place coming back up the hill there. Some little half-second penalties there for Ross. I don't think anyone else has got one. Just off the back there we've got Lennon. So he'll be on catch-up. We know that's a fast car. So City Posh just pulling out nearly a second in front of his own teammate Aaron, who has pulled out, managed just over half a second from Donzo. Donzo's managed to also create nearly a 2-second gap between him and Switchback. And Switchback looks like he is the old walk in a bottle here at the moment, and he has got everybody coming down on him. Blue flag up the inside of Pagani. Pagani runs wide. That's going to be a little penalty there for Pagani if he's managed to make up any time. And they are side by side, 2 teammates, the BMWs side by side. That's Pagani and Smith. Pagani's got a penalty, he's run wide. That's SBY that's come through. Lee Cole's going to sneak past Pagani as well, and there he goes, up into 8th place. In the meantime, we've got a Jaguar sliding up the inside of everybody, which is Ross. And Pagani is coming back, which has dropped all the way back down to 10th. I don't know what's happening there. We've got Rom Dartbolt up behind, and an unsafe release is on the back of the 2 Subaru boys. Lennon just losing time at the rear, I think. He's on the hard tyre. Back up top, Aaron's gone wide and he's spun it out on the grass. He needs to get that going again. That's a nasty hairpin 4-wheel drive, I do believe, in that car. Probably not the Group 3 car. So Aaron has dropped down to 13th. He will not be happy with kicking himself with that little silly error there, possibly, unless he was tapped, but there was no one around him. So now we've got City Posh, who's now 2 seconds in front of Donzo, a further 3.4 seconds in front of Smith. Switchback is now 1 second behind Smith, and SBY has just taken him on the hairpin. And he's out in the gravel, and Switchback's going to get that place back possibly. He's on the inside after this corner for the next one. The two Jags are going to be battling the Corvette. SPY won't let that go easy. He's managed to hold that. So Ross is now on the tail end of his teammate. Jags look nice as they come round together. Lovely photo shot there. Gran making a fight back now. He's back up to 7th, 10th, and they are all running wide on that last corner. They are pushing so hard. They are pushing so hard. I do feel that it's dropping them further back. They are losing time to the leader. Bearing in mind they are on a hard tyre. Gardy is ghosting and wiggling and all sorts of things. All the things you don't see in motor racing, really, apart from the wiggling. Darbolt is completely up his chuff. Nice little bout going on there. Some big old gaps that have pulled out in front. Stick back up again because see the T Smith is running on his own at the moment. 3.5 in front. He's on the soft tyres. You see the first hards. Right, hard is Ross. He's the first set of hards. That'll explain that gap. It's quite a big gap though for only on the 3rd lap. That all will be changed around. It's a 50-minute race, so at the moment they're all on their chosen start tyre. The soft tyres, some cars can do 5 laps, some can only do 4. And if you absolutely crucify them, you'll only get 3 out of them because the 4th lap it'll just spit you out off the track. So you've got to be prepared to look after those tyres. It's nice and clean for everybody up front, but Aaron's lost out because Aaron's at the rear. Let's see how he's doing. Lost Aaron. Aaron's managed to get back up to 6th place, so he's pushing hard. That's a good recovery drive, seeing that he was in the last just over a lap ago. He'll have the advantage, but he would have lost a lot of time. He's going to have to probably change his strategy now, so he can get back up with the leaders and that. But at some point those tyres, which are very, very heavily worn, will start to compare to the hard tyres, which have partial wear. If we look at SPY's tyres, he's on the hard tyres, he's got a little bit of wear there, and eventually those tyres will all feel exactly the same. Depends what Aaron's going to do. Is he going to come in this lap, 4th lap, or if we're going to see any pit stops? Aaron's only 10 seconds back. That's not a long way. He can make that back. He's going to go the long way round. He's not going to be able to get him this time, which I think those tyres are just about done if he couldn't hold that. So Donzo's now taking the lead with a little penalty. So that's our GT2 runner-up from last season. He's managed to squeeze it up there. He's done very well. He's managed to get it up into the lead. So he's showing good pace. He's going around for one more lap. He's going to do the 5th lap, I do believe. They're all going 5 laps, so they've obviously worked out how far they can push these tyres. His last lap was a 2:02, which is very slow compared to his 2nd and 3rd lap. This is where we might see some changes here. I'm wondering whether Aaron might possibly go in the pits. No, he's carried on. They've obviously all got a strategy that they're playing to, with the number of laps that they're doing and their fuel content, how much they've actually got. back a little bit, see how the boys at the back are doing. They switch back, he's up in 7th. That's pretty good for switchback at the moment, race 2. 15 seconds off the lead on the hard tyre. Just running around, making sure he's safe. He's got some good gap behind him, so he hasn't got to worry. He can take his corners and brakes and everything where he wants to. Keep it clean. Constant laps. He's 2 minutes for the last two laps, so that's pretty good. We've got the Subaru of Romeo's. He's on a 1:59.5, but his lap before was a 2:03, so obviously he was having a bit of a tangle somewhere, possibly with unsafe. Yeah, unsafe was a 2:03 as well, so I'm wondering whether them two were still fighting. Unsafe wants that spot. Behind us we've got SBY, who I do believe has pitted. He's on onto the mediums, yes. So SBY has pitted because I see that he dropped down a few places. So he's now on the mediums and he's going to be chasing, but he's also got unsafe. He's managed to squeeze up the inside of it. Something's happened to unsafe. Unsafe's lost a lot of time there. I'm wondering whether we had a bit of a tank slapper while we were on to SBY. He's fighting back, he wants that place back, and SBY's managed to hold it. He's on fresher tyres, he should be okay, and you should see him at any moment now getting past Rom, and there he goes round the inside and then on the outside, and he takes Rom nice and easy and down into turn 3. T. Smith has taken the lead, so Donzo's done his pit stop and he's now... Oh no, he hasn't done his pit stop, he's still on. Sorry, tell a lie, he has done a pit stop, he's gone to hards. Sorry, he started on the soft, didn't he? Lost the plot there. So T. Smith on the softs, and he's managed to squeeze 6 laps out of these. So he's doing the long run on them. And his lap times are pretty good. He's 1:56, 1:56, 1:57, and 1:58. So I think this is going to be, he's going to be going in this lap because those front tyres look absolutely knackered. But this is T. Smith, 4 times champion. Let's see what he can do with them. Let's see if we can get around that last corner. Looks like he's okay, and he's going into the pits. There he is, behind the wall. There we go. So Smith's in for a pit stop. So what tyres is he going to go on to? So Ross is up, taken the lead now, and T. Smith's gone to the medium tyres and got back out in the lead again. So he's doing a short run because he's put no fuel in his car whatsoever, but he's managed to retain his position in first place. Blue flag at the rear, so he must have missed 34 seconds off of the and he's also, this is his first stop as well, so something's happened there to Si. Aaron's on the hards now. He's done his pit stop and he's drifted it around that corner there, trying to catch up with Lee. Having a good little battle there, the pair of them. Lee's gone into the pits a little while ago. And he's gone onto the mediums. And Aaron's only just pitted, so Aaron will probably just sit behind for a little bit. Wait for Lee's tyres to wear out and then take it. Put the two Audis together. Lennon looks like he wants to get past his teammate. His teammate doesn't look like he wants to let him past. So let's have a look. Yeah, Unsafe's got worse tyre wear and he's got less fuel. And he looks like he's slower, so to be honest with you, if Lennon can just sit behind and just... Switchback got a tap there from unsafe. That gave him a bit of a wiggle coming out, so he's just lost 2 places. I do feel the Switchback might be spitting feathers there. Dart Bolt here trying to have a good look at Donzo. Donzo on the hard tyres, Dart Bolt on the hard tyres, and with more wear as well. Donzo's got the better wear. Not an easy car to drive these. Pagani's a lover of the Corvette. I can't get the thing to go fast anywhere. Bosch doing a good job up in the 3rd place. He's on his medium tyres, just over half a tank of fuel. Pitted 3 laps ago. We'll just run a little wide there. You can get away with it a bit, but you don't want to go any further than that because that'll suck you into the sand, and then that's it, you're done for the night. You'll be dropping to the back. So 5-6 seconds up the road, we've got T. Smith, and he's battling with Ross. So he's lost that place to Ross. He's got better tyres, he's on the mediums as well. Ross has gone defensive. And he's getting rid of his penalty, and he's going to just drop in behind T. Smith. And probably save a bit of fuel, I would have thought, just sit behind him. Let Smithy break the hole in the air. Yeah, I think you're right there, Peeman. The old Mitsubishis are quite kind with their tyres. Switchback, he's made his pit stop 2 laps ago. He's dropped all the way back down to 35 seconds off the lead. The Subaru for Mouse is chasing down unsafe release. Hole up in the top 10. He's running quite consistent times. Just starting to drop off a little bit now, as you can see his tyres are warm. Only a quarter of a tank left to go. He's having a good old look at Dart Bolt. Very similar cars, these two. So we've got the battle of the Mitsubishis and the Subaru. I think it's going to make this championship quite entertaining with those 2 cars running like this. Aaron's tyres not looking too bad. Dart Bolt's on fresh tyres. He's just starting to get away from Aaron. Yeah, he's just managed to clear Aaron there. We've got Leonard who's chasing down Pagani. We've got a pit stop there for Ross. Pagani's in the pits and SBY. T. Smith stood in the lead, City Posh in 2nd place. Leonard out of the pits. Sorry, not Leonard out of the pits. We've got Dart Bolt coming round. And there's that Audi drifting. So those tyres in the rear are going slightly more than the fronts. We've got Dunzo making a challenge on City Posh. City Posh didn't want to give that place. He's going to try the cutback. He's taking it out wide, drop back down again, accelerate hard and see if he can get up the outside. He's got the pace, but I don't think he's going to get past him again. No. Taking a wide shot for this next corner. That's a long old car as well, that Corvette. If you get next to it, you've still got 20 more metres to go before you can get in front of it. T. Smith in the pits, 11 seconds behind. We've got Donzo, so Donzo will take the lead, I do believe. T. Smith will have to put fuel in this time. He's managed to do a double stint on his fuel. He goes back out again, and he's just been just under half a tank. And he's on the hard tyres, so he's not staying on them for long, and he's managed to keep it, so he's in contention for the lead. So he's got fuel saving all the way around there. Nice little pit stop, only 2:09 that's cost him for that last lap. Whereas if you look at Donzo's 5th lap, it took him 2:12. 2:14 for City Posh, so that's where he's saving his time. T. Smith saving his time on his pit stop, so he's saving 3 or 4 seconds on the pit stops, which they all adds up. He's putting back in the lead again. He's got fresh tyres, and they are reasonably fresher than Donzo's. Yeah, you're right, Piven. Donzo doing a cracking job. He's up there, he's battling up at the pointed end. He's going to be in for the pit slow now, so this is going to drop him back again. But so I'm going to look back and see what's going on further back. We've got Unsafe making a charge on Rom. Rom coming back, Unsafe. There, we've got SBY coming up, so now we've got 3 cars, possibly Aaron joining to make that 4 cars. SBY losing a little bit of penalty there by ghosting, small fraction, and SBY's up the inside of Rom. Are they giving each other enough room? And SBY is still there, Rom's still battling. SBY just lets Rom go back in front of him again. Great drive, nice and close, but no contact. That's brought Aaron in as well, so Aaron's going to be having a look at the back of SBY. Coming out of the pits, we've got Donzo. Aaron's just taken up the inside of SPY. He's managed to sneak it in there on turn 3. And then down the hill, coming down to the hairpin. Not Aaron's favourite corner, I don't think. Some nice close racing going on here. T. Smith's still out in the lead, so there we go. Aaron's managed to hold his place. At the same time, we managed to get Rom sneaked up in front of Unsafe. And Aaron's having a little look at Unsafe as well. So Unsafe's tyres are really causing him to struggle, and Aaron's just got him on the S-bends there. And now we've got SBY having a look as well to see what he can do. Lovely little train there, and Donzo's on the back as well, so is SBY going to be holding up his teammate here? Is he going to let him go, or is it you can sit back and wait? Round the outside for SBY, gives him the inside for the next turn. Coming down into the final part of the complex before he's into start-finish. Aaron's squeezed up the inside, managed to get past Rom. SBY's still there, so I've got a feeling that Donzo's going to be having a push as well, see if he can get past. Unsafe. Unsafe's got a quarter of a tank of fuel left, so he's still got some laps he can do. Whether those tyres will hold, I don't know. And I think he's coming in, he's going to get rid of those. It's probably slowing him down in that battle, to be honest. Donzo's up behind Rom. So Rom's in this nice little Corvette sandwich. Pop back up the front there. So T. Smith has managed to pull out 6.2 seconds. Tyres are fairly fresh, but he's only got a small bit of fuel left. So he's gone for a very quick run in those hard tyres, and he's doing a 157, which is a nice time to be doing on those tyres. And then we've got on the medium tyres behind, although he's done a 156.8, his last lap was 157 as well, and he's on a medium tyre, that's Bolt. Behind there we've got Ross. Obviously changing the name to Positive is working very well for Ross. 56s and a 57. So he's doing pretty well. He's got half a tank of fuel, slight bit of tyre wear. Not enough to notice it just yet. Pagani's up to 4th. Pagani's got more tyre wear and just under a quarter of a tank of fuel, and he's running 56s on those soft tyres, so this is his chance. So he's going to do 4 laps on those, I would have thought. He may even get 6 out of them because T. Smith did, but it depends on how hard they wear those tyres in that BMW. They've obviously been doing some testing to see how they get on. Aaron's up to 5th, he's managed to find his way back after his little off. That's his fastest lap so far. 57.1. That's on the medium, so he's put some good times in there. SBY and Donzo are running together. So Donzo will probably be fuel saving at this point, letting his teammate, although he does look like he wants to get past and SBY doesn't want him to. So they're actually going to be slowing themselves down if they carry on. They are catching Aaron in front very slowly, just nibbling. Donzo's just taken that from and they're battling each other, and they don't need to be, they need to be working together. So, but that's the 2 top guys from GT2 last season, so we'll leave them to it. They know what they're doing. Rom, he's been in the battles all night, and those tyres are absolutely ruined on the front. He's absolutely hounded those. His last lap he dropped just over a second, 1.2, so that's a big drop in 1 lap. So I think he might be coming in. Not much fuel left as well, so he might be coming in and get some fresh tyres. City Posh has made his pit stop, but his pit stop was a 2 minute 21, so don't know what happened there in that pit stop where we had missed it beforehand, but that's like 10 seconds longer than anybody else. I can't believe that was just doing fuel, because his lap 5 pit stop was only at 2:14. So a little bit of tyre wear. He's got a considerable amount of fuel, just over half a tank in there. Then we've got Lennon, he's on fairly fresh tyres. He's done a pit stop back on lap 11 with a 2:17 there, just over a quarter of a tank, with his teammate unsafe behind him, who went into the pits back on lap 12. teammate and drifting out that corner. That is going to ruin those rear tyres. From my experience of driving this car, you put the brakes all the way to number 5 at the front, and then when you want to accelerate, you tickle it. That's about all you can do with these. Mr. Faber, if you can confirm that you just tickle your Audi in the chat, that would be great. We've got a spinner out, and that is Lee Cole. Lee Cole has lost it there at the hairpin. That's Aaron's favourite corner, which we're now going to call Taylor Turn, I do believe. So his tyres are terrible. Well, the front ones are more wear than the rear. Got just under a quarter of a tank. He's got traction control on as well. So I'm wondering whether he just dipped a wheel. And just behind him he's got one of his temporary partners in crime when he's doing his commentary, and that's Switchback. It looks like he's going to be wanting to get past, and it looks like he's got the speed to do it, but is Lee going to give it to him? Yeah, Lee's let him past. No battle there, Lee just let him squeeze up the inside of him. Just sit on the back of him. Blue flag, and he's still running at the rear, so he's had a bit of an incident somewhere, and he's not managing to make much time back at the moment. We'll see how that pans out at the end. Thank you for confirming that, mate. Cheers. I only put it on -5, but purely so that I had some tyres on the rear to actually accelerate with. I hate the sound of metal on tarmac. So there we go. Let's have a look. Lee's pitted, so those two VWs are really struggling at the rear there. I don't know if that's an incident or if that's pace. It seems to be a long way off if it is pace. So T Smith is now 11 seconds in the lead. That's very healthy, and he's made a pit stop some 2.5 laps ago. And he's on the soft tyres. So he's gone back on those. I do believe he was on the soft on the start. So he knows what he wants to be doing, and he's also half a second up. He's on the purple sector here. That's a 1:55.1, which is the fastest lap so far, so he is pushing. I think with the way that the championship, I don't know if anyone else has this belief as well, I think some people have sort of picked a car that they can drive knowing that maybe the Group 4 car's not for them, or the Group 3 car's not for them. And it's a point of, well, it swings and roundabouts. What we lose here, we gain here, to try and even out their championship for the season. I mean, T Smith can handle a car pretty well. I can't get the pace around here with the Group 4 BMW, but he seems to be able to do it. But then I did like this Group 3 car, handled very nicely, comfortable to drive. But I just wasn't brave enough to pick it. So we've got Donzo back up to third now. He's just 5 seconds off the back of Ross. He's 20 seconds off of his teammate. It's quite a long way. He had a lot of battling at the beginning. Was pushed around quite a bit. Aaron just behind him, 5 seconds behind. So you lads in the chat, if any of you would like to put a prediction in for who you think's going to be fighting for the championship at the end of the season. We've got Group 4, Group 3 and then overall. Feel free to chuck that in the chat. Unsafe is absolutely caning that. His best to keep up with whoever's in front, which is City Posh, who is just pulling away slightly. It's a very fast car, but as you can see, it doesn't want to stay in a straight line. So he's got onto a lovely set of mediums, I think he's got onto. So Lee Cole's up to 11th there. It's a little bit of a penalty that he needs to get rid of. Try and keep an eye on T. Smith because I think he might be pitting at some point. He's only got a few laps on those soft tyres. Lennon having a good run up in 10th. There somewhere, he's got a 0.7 second of a penalty there. One with a nice clean race, but doing a nice 1:55.8 there from Ron. That's a good time on his last lap on the softs. SPY with a 1:55.7 there, so he must be on the softs as well. Quite a few soft runners at the moment. Aaron's gone back on the soft, he started on the softs. Pagani goes into the pits. Still got a good amount of fuel in that car. He feels that the tyres aren't there anymore. Whether he's gone for another set of mediums or he's banging the softs on. He's got the softs, so it's gone into sprint time now. I think you're right, Peter. Yeah, I think you're right. Audis are very, very good round here in the Group 4 car. It's a nice, solid, firm, fast car. And the Group 3, I mean, just chuck it in the air, mate. 2 lanes first. The consistency is spot on. Even if they have a little bit of an off, they're straight back on it again. Bang, 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 lap after lap. Takes me 3 laps to get over it because I'm swearing at myself. Or whoever's knocked me off. Bread's a witness to that. Then you're bread. So we've still got that 11.5 gap. I'd say we're probably coming around to... This is lap 5 for these tyres. Oh, that's Ross, sorry. Here we go. Right, this is lap 6 for these tyres for T. Smith, and he's hitting 56s, 55s. Time is messing around. 255s and 256s, which is really quick times to be running. And he's pulling away a little bit. Just a tad. We've got Ross just behind. His last lap was a 57, so he's lost a bit of time to him there. And he's on lap, where are we? He's on the soft tyres. That was at lap 15 he pitted, so he's on his 5th lap with those tyres. Don Bolt having a good night tonight. He's up there. up at the sharp end, which is quite nice to see. Reggie was meant to type no, not at all. He's a very calm driver. So we're going to do a little bit of a quiet now. You can see there's a few cars together. Donzo and City Posh. I do feel that when we start getting to the last few laps, so we're on 20 laps now, 10 minutes left, another 5 laps. That's when it's all going to start bunching back up again when people have done their strategies. Hopefully that's what's going to happen. Some big old gaps there. Let's just drop back to here. We've got a couple flying, that's unsafe and blue flag. Blue flag going for the that's protecting the inside line to the extreme. I know the engine's in the front of this, but only VW could actually build a car where originally they put the engine in the back and put the exhaust out the front. Yeah, T Smith's knocking those times in like anything at the moment. Switch back on the back there, switch back to 1 minute off the back, off the time. 9 seconds. Yep, T Smith's done his pit stop and he's now on the soft tyres again, so they've run their 3 tyres that they have to use, and now it's soft tyres all the way. And just keep on belting out those laps. But he has the advantage, he can run 6 laps, so that was his last pit stop because he's going to be over the line with only 5 laps to go. We've got Bolt who's managed to squeeze it up into 2nd place, doing a good job there. Ross has obviously been in and done a pit stop. He's got a little bit of a penalty to get rid of, but so has Bolt, so they're sort of neck and neck effectively, 3 seconds apart. We've got Pagani, he's caught back up again, he's now 4 seconds off the lead. He's on the soft tyres and he pitted. So he looks like he may have to do another pit stop. So it might be a new set of tyres and a big splash and dash to the end, so he's sort of out of sync from where his teammate is. Because that's 7 laps he would have to do on these tyres. It's whether he wants to gamble that 3.8 seconds. Is he taking it steady? 55.9, 54.5. That was his outlap from his pit. No, he should be okay. No, we need another pit stop. Oh yes, he's got it. He's got it. He's doing it now. He's getting it done. He's do a 4-lap sprint. So just a bit of fuel, not an awful lot. I wouldn't have thought. That's not going to be about it. He's on the softs. He's come out in 4th place. Lost him down to 5th with Aaron squeezing past him. But looking at this, I do believe that Aaron has just pitted. So Aaron has managed to jump Pagani and get it back up to 4th. That's a great bit of driving there. So that's a nice little battle between the mates there. In the meantime, Bolt has done his pit stop. And he's off. I think that's a runaway for T Smith. He's managed to pull out 12 seconds. He showed everybody how to do this tonight. Great bit of driving. I think Smithy's got this one. I don't think it's going to be a problem unless he spins off or disconnects, and he's still pushing him. That's Ross, who's just gone purple sector here, so Ross is still pushing, hoping that T. Smith has a problem. But Pagani has managed to get in front of Aaron. So this is the battle for 4th place. We've now got 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and I don't believe we've got 9th in there as well. We have Donzo on the rear, so the teammates SBY and Donzo, SBY in front yet again, and chasing down Ron, City Bosch. Unsafe, all on his own. I think that's going to be a run to the end. Possibly might have to do another stop. Unless he's going to run 8 laps on these tyres. Yep, there we go. He's in, so he's going to do his stop. It's just put Lennon, his teammate, in front of him, and blue flag. Unsafe, where's Lee Cole? Lee Cole will be coming round, I do believe. Yep, yeah, so Unsafe's going to get out in front of Lee Cole. Lee Cole coming round in 13th, and then we've got switchback further back. There's a little penalty there. See how this Pagani Aaron fight's going. Aaron's got a bit more time there and a little less fuel. Pagani is pushing that car fairly hard. Zom, you're late. How you doing, mate? Hope you're well. You and the family? I think at the moment this is realistically where the action is. Actually, we've got the other two as well. They're fighting as well. Bosch and Ron will want that spot. Bosch tyres are looking fairly okay. He's got a little bit of fuel. Only 4 minutes to go, so we're going to look at another probably couple of laps there, I think. 2 or 3. So yes, 2 more laps to go. Ron's in the supers, but they are more worn out, which means this is going to be very difficult to avoid when he gets towards the end. Because those tyres, he's got to get past and try and get clear. If he doesn't do that, he's going to be sitting behind and being a sitting duck as well. He's tried round the outside. Oh, he's got to take Slayer from City Posh. Let's hold up Donzo. City Posh, they might have to go past there, I think. 2 places lost there in one go, and that means Donzo's lost a place. SBY sneaked back up the front. Now they're going to go and chase down Ron. And then we've got both the Corvettes, Donzo squeezing back up the inside. Didn't look like that was hard fought, so I'm wondering whether SBY let him take that one again. What actually happened with City Posh? Unfortunately for City Posh there, he's doing well. Just a little bit of too much throttle. Totally agree with you, lads, we do miss some. But the old boy's up put his feet up for a second season. He'll come back. He still races with us on a Sunday night though, that's the good thing, we've still got him here. He still chips in and does his bit. Those Audis have really struggled in this race. I think they've been sort of outclassed really by the others. Just hasn't gone to plan there. You know, I'm not saying they're driving, but their strategy I don't think has helped them too much. And the other bit that hasn't helped them is a car that wants to kill them every time they go around a corner. But switchback, 7 seconds off the rear Lee Cole. T. Smith pulled back out to 13 seconds, nearly 14 seconds in the lead. And he's just easing off a little bit now, he's on his last lap. I would have thought. No, he squeezing another one in. I reckon T. Smith could be getting a 26th lap in. Has he got enough fuel? Yes, he has. Has he got the tyres? I believe he has. With that consistent driving there, I do believe. That we could be looking at a 26 lap race. Let's go back to Pagani and Aaron. Aaron's squeezing it up the inside, and he's got him there. That's very tight. They've given each other enough room, but Pagani's got the speed coming back out again, and he's on the inside. Just nipped him back up the front. So a nice little battle going on here. Aaron's fought back very well to get this even anywhere near the front after what happens. T. Smith lap 26, so that's what consistent driving does for you. That gives you that extra lap. Ross has made it through. Aaron and Pagani, have they made it through? No, that's it. So Pagani 4th, Aaron 5th. Donzo followed by SBY. Good, solid job by those two guys. And then it was City Posh just beats Rom at the line. Oh, blimey. Then we've got blue flag, followed by unsafe, which is normally the way the Audi comes through. Sorry, Beaver. Yep, there you are, as demonstrated. And then we've got Lee Cole coming round. And I think it's safe to say we've got a T. Smith that's going to be winning this. There's Lee Cole coming over the line. Let's just watch Switchback come in. There we go, over the line. So we've got T. Smith 15 seconds in front of Ross, which is an amazing turnaround for Ross from last season. Got to second place. I'm sure he's going to be well pleased with that. That's a dominant performance there by Mr. Smith. Some really good driving. Got it out in the front. I thought he was going in the pits then for a second. I was getting worried. And there he goes. T. Smith is our first winner for Group 3. Followed in by Positive Ross. I think the Positive changed an awful lot of things for him. Don't drop it now, don't drop it now. That's it, he's over the line, and then got Dart Bowl third. Had a cracking night tonight, Dart Bowl. Some good driving there by the lads. There's our overall positions. Thank you everybody that came in tonight to review this. And thank you everybody in chat for your nice comments. Appreciate that. Once again, happy birthday, Bob. Now get to bed, it's your birthday tomorrow. You won't get no presents. That's okay, Peteman, no problem at all, mate. Least I could do. The show must go on.